What's up, YouTube? It's your boy LucaBlack, man. Let's talk about So I'm a Spider, So What? Episode 23. We need a climax, y'all. This shit is crazy. We got one more episode left. Let's talk about it. Yo, the demon army is going after the elves, alright? Ariel is basically about to invade the elf village, alright? And the shit is getting kind of serious. Podimas sees it coming, and he's kind of shitting on himself, alright? He's shitting on himself, but we see him. He's kind of at a base with like mad technology. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a lot of technology, bro. What the fuck's going on over here, you know? You niggas is elves, right? I thought elves are kind of like tree huggers and that they don't fuck with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what the fuck? And then this had activate all units. I was like, what the fuck? And then boom, the opening happens, man. The opening. Right after that, I guess this is where the quote unquote good stuff happens. Alright, let's talk about it, man. It's finally happening, people. Damn, I've been waiting for this moment since like episode fucking 8. Alright? Or whenever it happened. Shun versus Hugo. Alright, that's Shun versus Hugo, y'all. And it's kind of anticlimactic. Let's talk about it. So yeah, they're fighting. And yo, it's kind of, it looks like Hugo is on the offensive, you know, he's kind of swinging, flailing about. It looks like Shun is kind of on the defensive, you know? I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, Shun, this your big chance. But, you know, basically Shun is like in the driver's seat. He's kind of dictating the whole pace. He's dictating every one of Hugo's moves. I'm like, okay, Shun. Shun is a strong motherfucker, all right? Hugo was a bitch, all right? Hugo got hit in the stomach. Ugh. Gets out on his knees. Come on, Hugo. Hugo, after all that talk, after all of that, Shun knocked him down. He put a sword in his face. He's like, yo, do you want to keep going? I was like, yo, they're doing Hugo dirty, dog. So this bitch, fuck you, nigga. Yo, he knocks him down. He said, do you want to keep going, nigga? And then Hugo kind of went JoJo Bizarre Adventure on us. This motherfucker said, move that. Like, this shit is useless, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he tries to use magic against Hugo. No. Hugo tries to use magic against Shun. And it wasn't effective. Maybe he wasn't, Akatsuya was kind of commentating. She was like, yo, maybe Hugo isn't strong enough, or maybe Shun's defensive capabilities is too powerful. Remember that they did kill the Earth Dragon not too long ago. And now he has kind of have dragon resistance, which reduces magic power. So I'm like, yo, this nigga Shun is kind of powerful. Like, compare the last fight where the elf teacher had to jump in and stop them, and compare that to now. Like, my man's Shun is going in. So yo, Hugo gets back up, he's swinging, and it's all CG. All right, it is all CG. But you know what? This is an anime for the story. All right, I'm not gonna knock off too many points. We watched this show for the spiders, you dig? And I guess now for the humans. Hugo is trying to put in a hit. He's trying to. Alright, but this man, he can't land a blow. Alright, he's kinda frustrated, and he's kinda not fighting correctly anymore. Matter of fact, Kantia commentates and he says that, yo, it's not even sword play anymore. He's kinda just flailing about. I'm like, so Hugo is officially at the end of the ropes, right? He's kinda frustrated. He's just swinging like a little child. And once again, my man Shun knocks him to his knees, bro. Once again, bro. Damn. Oh my God. Hugo finally gets what he deserves, man. But you know what? I felt like, I don't know. I felt like his beatdown was lacking. All right. After all of the shit this man tried to do, all he got was hit in his stomach twice and landed on his knees. After everything that happened. Like, fuck this nigga, man. Yo, stab him in the neck. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Sophia pulls up. And then she's kind of I guess this was Hugo's punishment after all, right? Sophia pulls up and she's kind of mocking him, talking shit. Hey, yo, Hugo, you need my help? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you need my help? You kind of asked me to fall back, right? This the third time Hugo's like, yo, let me handle this one-on-one. Alright, he gets his ass beat and then he needs to be saved. Let me handle this one-on-one. I got this, Sophia. Fall back. Gets his ass beat, needs to be saved. And this is the third time. Hugo, you's a pussy. Damn. After all this talk, after all this yearn for power, after all this hatred for this man who's done nothing to you, he did shit to you. And now look at you. On your knees, nigga, giving him head. Yo, my man Shun put you on your knees twice, bro. Oh my God. Sophia pulls up and then this is the final nail in the coffin. I guess this is what you can call Hugo's punishment, right? Sophia kind of reveals everything. Hugo was a pawn in the whole grand scheme of things, all right? And you know what? That was kind of obvious. Anybody who joins the dark side, desperate and yearn for power, usually ends up being a pawn at the climax, you know? It turns out, I was only using you this entire time, you know, that type of shit. And that is no exception to Hugo, man. Hugo, his blind rage made him oblivious. He was being used this entire time, man. I guess if you consider everything that he's done, this would be the most effective punishment for Hugo. Cause not only does him losing to Shun hurt his pride, he was a pawn this entire time, bro. He's kind of worthless, you know. He served his purpose, and Sophia's like, hey, you're kind of useless to me now, bro. I'm not helping you out. You're useless, all right? Do you? And I guess that is the best punishment for a nigga like Hugo, man. Because can you kill Hugo, right? I mean, technically, he was working with the Dark Army, but has he committed any actual crimes, right? Because he was working with the government. He's not seen as evil within the law, right? So there, like you kind of can't kill him, but you can hurt him emotionally, mentally, all of that, spiritually, whatever. That is kind of the most effective punishment. But me, I'm a savage. Stab this nigga in the eyes. Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. This is Hugo. Fuck this nigga. Anywho, Sophia reveals the plan all along. Yep, Hugo was part of the pawns this whole entire time. Hugo served as a... My phone is keep on fucking going off, man. Hold on. Alright, there it is. Hugo was part of a distraction, alright? Hugo was only used to distract the heroes so that the demon army can go and attack the elf village, man. So yeah, this whole fucking battle, army versus army, all of that was all a ruse, alright? For a bigger picture, man, for a way bigger picture. So yeah, the elves was the primary target, and Hugo served his purpose, man. Alright, hey, go fuck with Shun, alright? Do you? Damn. And you know, Sophia's a savage. Yo, this episode made me like Sophia, man. She's a savage. She's like, Hugo is like, yo, Sophia, you used me? And then Sophia's like, huh? What's that buzzing noise? Like she ignored this nigga. I was like, yo. I was like, I'm liking Sophia, man. She's evil. I like her, man. Anywho. Yep, Hugo, you dumb fuck. Fuck you, nigga. Alright, Hugo, you was a pawn this entire time. And yeah. So, the heroes learn of the true objective, right? They've been trying to attack, they're attacking the elf village. And the heroes, Shun included, was like, yo, guys, we gotta stop her. Hugo takes a back seat. Matter of fact, I don't think we see Hugo for the rest of the show after this. So yeah, Shun stands up to Sophia. And then what else happens? Oh, before that, her servant pops up, which is a commander. I forgot his name, Mez something. And knocks out Hugo. He knocks out Hugo. That's why he was kind of not within the rest of the episode. But yeah, Shun stands up to Sophia. It's like, yo, you're part of the Dark Army, aren't you? Okay, well, fuck y'all then. And the fight commences, and it's all CG. And let me say this, it was one-sided. Yeah, another one-sided battle, man. Sophia is with the shits, alright? She got that strength, alright? It's not strength, it's strength, alright? That bitch is powerful. So and she got a pretty clean sword too. I kind of Sophia. I like her, man. I like Sophia. All right, call it a bias, whatever the case may be. I like Sophia. So Shun versus Sophia 1-on-1, and he's getting his ass beat. Now, the rest of the gang, Julius's right-hand man. Oh, no. A couple, those two reincarnations was handling Sophia's servant, right? That one commander guy. While the rest of the gang kind of spectates Shun fighting Sophia. I was like, what the fuck? They claim that, we gotta fight with friendship, guys. We gotta team up. They kind of just let him fight 1-on-1, all right? No. The teacher did help. The teacher definitely helped. She was shooting arrows. I will admit that. I will. Julius's right-hand man attacked Sophia with a shield, but that kind of did nothing. Katya kind of got smacked away. So basically, it was only Shun and the teacher versus Sophia, all right? Because everybody else was worthless. And yeah, like I said, Sophia was manhandling everybody. Matter of fact, she deflected the teacher's arrows with 2 fingers. I was like, damn, I like Sophia, man. I like Sophia. Hopefully, she becomes a bigger plot device later on, right? Because I feel like she's kind of a mid-boss, but I want her to be bigger than that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Sophia versus Shun in the gang, and basically versus Shun, and this man is not putting in any work. This man's not putting in any hits, bro, and it's all CG, and it kind of looks pathetic. All right, this man's getting beat. Damn, Shun, after all you did to Hugo, look at you now, bro. It's like you work so hard to beat somebody, and then you realize that you are just a small fish in a pond, bro. It's kind of sad, man. Shun got his ass beat. But yeah, I guess so far in the story, because right now we're in halfway, a lot of things happen, man. In the beginning, we have Max, we got Podimas being weird, we got Hugo being defeated and being crushed mentally. He was a pawn this entire time. You dig? A lot happened, man. And Shun and the gang realizes that the demons are attacking the village, the elf village. So a lot has happened so far. But yeah, that was the halfway point. Let's talk about what's happening in the other half. Yeah, so the fight continues, and it's still one-sided. All right. So swords doesn't seem to work on her. Neither does magic, but they kind of devised a plan where they kind of created an earthquake, and that kind of made her lose her balance. And this nigga Shun tries to slice her, right? And she blocks it with her hand. Her skin, my guy, not armor, not nothing, just her fucking gloves. I was like, whoa. She's literally unbeatable, alright? She just blocked the fucking magical light sword or whatever Shun has with her fucking hand, dog. I'm like, okay. Alright, it's a wrap. Wrap it up. And you know what? The second I said that, Faye pulled up and was like, yo, we surrender. I was like, yeah, you know what, Faye, I kind of agree. When she blocked that sword with her hand, with her arm, I was like, yeah, it's time to wrap it up. It's not working, yo. Oh my God, yo. It's not working, man. And you know what's funny enough is, like, during the time when she blocked the sword with her arm, Sophia was like, wow, you're so soft, bro. You caught me off guard with that earthquake, but you try to cut me in my arm? Why not my head? Why not something vital, And I kind of chuckled at that because, it's kind of the main character thing, right? You can't fight dirty, even though you should, but you kind of can't fight dirty, But yeah, like I said, Faye pulled up. It's like, yo, Faye was the fucking referee. Faye is the MVP. She pulled up. She was like, yo, we surrender, bro. All right, you got it. You got it, all right? And I kind of feel bad for Shun, man, because, he got that pride or whatever, And it's like, yo, if we surrender, will you let us go? Please? Please, I beg of you, will you let us go? And Faye kind of explains that, yo, the reason she didn't surrender in the beginning is because she didn't want to hurt Shun's pride, Which, men, we always want to challenge. We always got that competition or whatever, That's just how we are, man. Just like animals, all right? Humans are just animals, people. Just like we could be territorial, we could be competitive, all of that. You know, that's just how it is to be a man. It's the same thing as like animals, because humans are animals, people. A lot of times people forget that, man. Pride and stuff like that. Things like pride and competition, these are animal attributes, people. All right, because we are animals ourselves. All right, National Geographic, nigga. Anywho, yeah, Faye suggests a surrender, and funny enough, after all of that, they kind of made her look really stupid because they didn't surrender. I was like, what the fuck? You just tried to cut her arm and she blocked it with her arm. You can't win. But Shun did present something pretty meaningful. He was like, yo, Julius wouldn't have surrendered, so I can't neither. And you know what? When he said that, I kind of understood and I felt that, you know, I did feel that. So yeah, especially Julius's right-hand man. What's his name? Herence was like, yeah, that's a fact. We can't surrender. Julius wouldn't have surrendered. So you know what? I felt that. I felt that right here in my heart. You feel me? I was like, oh. Anywho. Yeah. So all of the work that Faye put in to try to surrender, they all spoiled it. All right. And then boom. Some nigga pulls up. All right. We don't know who this nigga is just yet. He pulls up, knocks a couple of niggas out, and his name is Kyoya. I think that's his name, Kyoya. And this guy looks pretty cool, man. He got this little samurai looking thing going on. I'm like, yo, if you know me, my favorite thing is samurais, alright? I fucks with the samurais, especially if the Iedo style samurais, man. You know, the samurais with the sword in the sheath, and you know what I'm saying? You know. Anywho, I'm liking Kyoya, man. This was one of Shun's close friends. They played soccer together. We see in a flashback, they played soccer together. And yeah, he's with the demon army. He's signing with Sophia, and he says some pretty interesting stuff, man. He's like, yo, Shun and the gang asked him, why are you with the demon army? He was like, what? Why are you signing with the fucking elves? And I was like, oh shit. And then he said something very, very interesting. He's like, yo, from our perspective, it's fucking insane that you would even dare to side with the elves. I'm like, yo, these elves must be some pretty evil motherfuckers, man. I was like, wow. And then he's like, yo, those elves really brainwashed y'all, didn't they? And here is where it really made me think. Is Shun and the gang really blindly following these elves guys, bro? Like, Podimas is a sneaky nigga, man. Like, we saw him in the beginning. He's a sneaky dude, bro. Could Shun and the gang really be being duped? I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, you know, it kind of makes sense, right? I don't know. Oh, by the way, how could I forget to mention? Sophia, during the Shun fight, she did specifically mention that she was going easy on them, and she was told not to kill any of their reincarnations. So that fight kind of had a lack of danger, I guess I would say, because we all knew Sophia wasn't gonna kill them, right? And that kind of urgency, that kind of life-threatening urgency, it does kind of take away some of the action, right? Because like, if you know me, I like action where like there are consequences like to your failure, you know. And no matter how badly Shun would have got beat up, there would have been no consequences besides his pride, I guess. So that kind of degraded that fight a little bit. But yeah, let's continue the story. Yeah, Curious like, yo, it's crazy that you guys were fucking side with the elves. And we see the teacher's like, yo, guys, don't listen to him. He's wrong, guys. He's wrong. Hey, shut the fuck up, all right? You're a goddamn kidnapper. Even though you did it for good, he's a kidnapper, all right? Anywho. Yeah. So after a couple of arguments, the elves pull up and they kind of ask, yo, they're like, Shun, you have to go back to the village, all right? The demon lord is there, and you're the only one who could stop her, right? Which, remember last episode where Julius kind of confronted Ariel and Kumiko? Yeah. So only the hero could actually harm the demon lord. That's kind of interesting, man. It's kind of like the Master Sword in Legend of Zelda. You know, only that could banish evil. Kind of like that. But yeah, then boom, the elves pull up, like I said, and then all of a sudden, Max. Yeah, dog, Max. I don't know how to feel about that, dog. They've summoned Max. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, this part was kind of interesting too because of the elves pull up, Sophia attacked, and Sophia used a very interesting move. She has this kind of blood wave magic. I was like, yo, that's pretty fire. I guess she shoots blood from her hands, and it kills people. I don't know how it works, but I like it. All right, it's kind of like fucking. I don't know. Blood bending. I don't fucking know. I like it though. All right, shooting blood from your hands. That's pretty cool. And she's a vampire, so it kind of makes sense. So yeah, Sophia tries to do the blood wave versus the mechs, and it doesn't work. The mechs point all of their fucking cannons at Sophia and Kyoya. Things are looking kind of bad for them. And then boom, the episode ends. All right, and you know what? Let's talk about the mechs for a minute. The mechs are kind of, see, I don't dislike them, right? I don't dislike the mechs. My question is, why though? You know what I'm saying? Like, why the sudden addition of mechs? Now, the mechs do add something cool. The mechs show that these elves have a lot more to hide than we thought. Like these elves are kind of, I don't know about these elves, bro. I don't know about these elves, yo. These elves have a lot to hide. They've been kidnapping people, not explaining things, even though we know why she couldn't explain it. They got mechs now, and I guess mechs is from a different time. Wouldn't that make sense, right? And elves supposedly aren't supposed to fuck with technology, right? So all of this is just kind of odd, man. Like, these elves are kind of fishy, bro. Podimas is a fishy motherfucker, all right? So yeah, mechs. I don't, like I said, I don't dislike them. You know, I wonder how other people feel about the mechs. You know what? Let me know down below how you feel about the mechs, because I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird, man. I don't know. In a world with magic and kind of like this little fantasy setting, I feel like mechs is just kind of odd, right? Have you ever seen a show, an anime called Utaware Umano? I think throughout the entire anime, it was set in, like, you know, way in the past, and then all of a sudden the last 2 episodes, mechs. I was like, what the fuck? Sometimes when you just add mechs abruptly, it can kind of weird things out, you know. But yeah, in this case, I'm not against the mechs. All right, the mechs are a good plot device. It shows that the elves got a lot more to hide than we think, you know. So mechs, I'm cool with it, you know. Anywho, yeah, the episode ends, man. Kyoya and Sophia gets targeted by cannons, and things are looking bad for them. Then boom, episode ends. After the credit scene, we see the mechs pointing cannons at Ariel and the little white-haired chick, right? It was like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And then boom, the white-haired chick hears some explosions. She goes to check it out, and then boom, the episode ends right then and there. So yeah, that's everything that happened with this. That's everything that happened within this episode, y'all. All right, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Yeah, Hugo versus Shun, anticlimactic, but I guess Hugo got what he deserved, man. Like I said, I kind of disliked the fact that he got hit in his stomach twice, and that was it. That was it. CG was kind of bad, but it was nowhere near. It was nowhere near. Episode 22 at the end, that shit was bad. That was like fucking 15 frames per second. That was like kind of X-Arms levels of bad, okay? It was bad. And as far as this episode, there was a lot of CG as well. And there was times where there was CG blending in with 2D. And I have to admit that is kind of off-putting, you know. But like I said, this is an anime for the story. I won't take away too many points, because I'm not watching this show for the action, you know. I'm watching it for the spider. And speaking of spiders, literally not a single frame of Kumiko within this entire episode. Wow. This is the climax, people. Not a single frame of Kumiko. Now, episode 22 did have a ton of Kumiko, and she was fantastic, man. All of that narrating she did during the fight with Ariel, in the beginning when she was news reporting, man, that was all fantastic, man. Episode, I can't believe I missed that too. I should have reviewed episode 22, man. I missed that. But yeah, you know, speaking of which, what happened with the whole Julius versus Kumiko versus Ariel? I kind of just not got brought up again. What the fuck? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Hopefully the next episode kind of explains that. But yeah, as far as this episode, I guess we're nearing the end, people. We got one episode left, man. The Hugo versus Shun saga has finally ended. Hugo got fucked up, humiliated, and he was a pawn this entire time. Oh man. That's what you get, nigga. Sophia is a bad bitch. I'm fucking with Sophia. She got this new blood technique, this little blood wave. I'm fucking with it. She's strong, dog. What more can you want? What more? And she got titties, nigga. What more could you want? But yeah, there it is, people. Max and the elves might not be good guys like we think, you know. Cause remember what Kyoya said? He's like, yo, why are you siding with the elves? Lots of interesting stuff, people. A lot of shit, yo. Damn, what else is there to talk about? I guess that's it, people. Yo, if you like the video, hit that like button, all that good shit, man. Subscribe if you're new, all that good shit. It's your boy LucaBlack, alright? The climax will be tomorrow, you dig? Not tomorrow, next week. I'm wildin'. Next week. And I will not, look at me. I will not miss that one, alright? This is the finale, people. You did. Hit that like button, all that good shit. It's your boy LucaBlack, and I'm out, yo. Peace.